What's up, everyone? It's Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, we have the 2025 Daniel Suarez Telcel Chevrolet that he ran, I believe, at Mexico City. And low-key, this is one of my favorite Daniel Suarez paint schemes. It's got kind of a matte finish to it. Very unique stuff. Let's go ahead and check it out. And here we go, folks, Diecast in hand, and this car right here is literally one of my favorite Suarez paint schemes. I don't know what it is about the paint scheme, but it's very unique. I like the fact that it's a blue and white paint scheme, but it has that like matte finish to it. You could really tell the difference between the chrome numbers, which, I mean, who doesn't love chrome numbers on a stock car, and then the sheen across the whole car. So it's just one of those very unique paint schemes. And again, I believe this ran at Mexico City. It also has the fuel door on the right side of the diecast, which is another unique aspect to it. The official name for it, just the number 99 Telcel Chevrolet. And let's go ahead and get it out of the box. All right, folks, here we go. And check this out. As I was opening up the diecast, I did not know this. This is really freaking cool. Check this out. Quaker State decal on the rear spoiler. That is so freaking cool, man. Much like the SVG diecast that, it has the Red Bull, gives you wings logo on the spoiler. I had no idea, or at least I forgot, that Suarez had the Quaker State decal there. That is so freaking cool, man. Once again, one of my favorite Daniel Suarez diecast ever produced. And as we go across this diecast, we'll talk more about why I like this paint scheme. So go over to the front of the car. Obviously, you have the windshield wiper decals. So that's another unique aspect to this. You have the Suarez logo with the gold bow tie. You have, on this paint scheme, you have a dark to light blue transition, kind of like a sky effect to it. How like the sky, you go outside, you see, different transitions and gradients. That's what it kind of reminds me of. You have the infinitum. Is that how you pronounce it? I have no idea. Forgive me. I do notice the hood louvers don't have the, well, I would say traditional, but the, what do you call it? The shadow effect is what I'm trying to talk about. I'm going to show you another diecast for 2025. This is what I mean. Look at the hood on the Noah Gregson car. You can see the lines there. Now, I have one theory about this, and I heard something that, so the altitude where the Mexico City racetrack is, there's an actual name for the racetrack. I can't even remember how to pronounce it, so we're just going to call it the Mexico City track. It's a very beautiful facility, by the way. Anyways, the altitude actually reduces the horsepower a little bit, so I don't know if this was a special hood louver they ran to maybe get more airflow into the engine. I have no idea, but that is something kind of interesting how it's like kind of blocked out there. Got Telcel there. Go to the front of the diecast, you have the number 99 there. Sunoco on both sides. The updated Trackhouse Racing logo there. And go to the left side of the diecast. And if you're a fan of the door numbers, well, on stock cars, Trackhouse Racing has, I don't know if it's maybe an inside joke, but they traditionally try to move their numbers closer to the middle of the car rather than forward, and massive W. Usually their numbers are always right here. Maybe not so much on the Ross Chastain because it's a single digit number, but for at least SVG, Connor Zilich, and Suarez, they moved it a little bit back. Love the sponsor placement here, Telcel. Again, I love when sponsors do this. Use the whole side panel. Well, why only use this little area or this area here? Use the whole side wrap. That's what they've done for so many years on international race cars, whether it's endurance racing, rally racing. They didn't really have, a traditional door number placement or anything. It was more or less just a livery with a small number somewhere. They would traditionally use the whole side panel. Like even in drifting, they would use like a sponsor placement on the whole side panel. I really like how a lot of the Cup teams do that. Got Daniel Suarez right there on the name rail. You got Simeons there. Quaker State. I like the green wording. That's cool. I like the Quaker State cars, man. As a huge fan of Bobby Labonte, green race cars, man. Very underrated. Yeah, Wendy's there. On the B post of the diecast, you have Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, Tootsie's, and Quaker State once again. Got the chrome-lipped number 99. Beautiful stuff. My goodness. Got the Cup Series decal, Goodyear, jockey there. Notice the livery goes all the way down to the the rocker box. That's a cool effect to it. Got freeway insurance and choice privileges. Look at the rear panel of the diecast once again. You can see the Quaker State decal. That is just so cool. They're actually putting, sponsor liveries in the spoiler, and some people might like that, some people might not. But I will say, though, they did something very similar during the COT wing era, as my light just went off there. But anyways, they would take the winglets on the spoilers for the COTs, and they would put sponsor logos there. So to me, this is kind of the COT 2020s edition, sponsor placement. Let me get a new battery real quick. I'll be right back. All right, folks, got that fixed. It's kind of funny how like my batteries will literally just run out in the middle of a diecast review. It just happens. So anyways, got a Telcel Honor there with the Chevrolet decal. Quaker State on the left side, you got the 99 on the right side. Again, the blue and the white with that like matte finish. It kind of reminds me of some of the alternate uniforms. One like really cool aesthetic is like white with the matte finish. The Denver Broncos ran a helmet or wore a helmet like that. It's one of their alternates, and it like low key. It's kind of tough, right? I like it. Go to the top of the diecast here. You have the number 99 right there on the roof. They used the entire roof panel of the car. So if you're a fan of that, that's definitely true. They got Infiniton. I have no idea how to pronounce it. If you've been a fan of this channel for, oh my goodness, what is it, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. Yeah, I'm not the wisest at English. Got Suarez right there on the back window. This is interesting. Notice there's only one shark fin here. So the theory I have with this is potentially this was a diecast that was at least offered maybe very early 2025, or at least produced, and they didn't get maybe the dual shark fin in time. I don't know. Maybe they had to go back and remake some of it to get the Quaker State spoiler. I have no idea, but that is something interesting. Did they even ran dual shark fins at the road courses? I don't even know, but maybe they didn't. Maybe it's actually more accurate. And then you have Claro. Again, I have no idea. All I know is this is one of my favorite Suarez paint schemes. And, if you had a diecast stop motion, you could swap out the front windshield here with just a normal Suarez car. Congratulations. Now you have a speedway car because there's no windshield wiper, right? So you could really use this paint scheme for any type of racing you wanted. This is a beautiful car. Highly, highly recommended. One of my favorite ones to be made. Definitely up there with like the 2021 Tootsie's car, the 2022, the paint scheme he won Sonoma with. That was a really dope looking paint scheme. He's ran some Kubota cars as my light goes off again. He's ran some Kubota cars. He's ran even I think a couple of Quaker State cars. They're like all green. They look beautiful, like very Bobby Labonte, a little bit of Kyle Busch-esque. So that's all for today's video. I'm going to show a couple other more diecasts before my other battery decides to leave the studio. We have obviously a Noah Gregson diecast there we showed earlier. Beautiful car. How about this Chase Elliott with the Coca-Cola 600 paint scheme? And if you like raced win diecast, how about that Josh Berry Las Vegas raced win? I feel like that is such a cool diecast to have. The special box artwork to it, very retro. And you can't go wrong with a Jimmy Johnson Shaq paint scheme. That is fantastic stuff. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed one, everybody. DB, signing off.